In this video, I'm going to take you on a tour of my fruit and veggies that I'm growing here in late fall, or autumn as we say here in Australia, going into winter. So yeah, come along and check it out. G'day everybody and welcome to my Aussie garden and kitchen. If it's your first time here, my name's Darren, but please call me Daz. And what I think I'll do first is we'll go over to the orchard and go check things out. I'm only a month away from winter here in Australia, so the garden really is starting to change. And I think the orchard's a really good place to show you how that's happening. So let's go check it out. Here I am in my orchard and it's looking a bit sad, I have to admit. But having said that, I'm about 3 weeks away from winter. So naturally, the peaches, the plums, the pears, the apricots, the cherries, you name it, they're all losing their leaves, which is a natural process. And that's going to happen as they go dormant over winter. So they are looking a bit sad as they lose their leaves and there's all rubbish on the floor of the orchard. But I've got chickens in here. I've got 4 new chickens and they're very young. So they're in here scratching around and digging things up and having the time of their life in here. So yeah, it's all coming along quite nicely actually. Check out these pink lady apples. As you can see, they're all ready to go. They'll be all getting picked tomorrow and taken inside. Absolutely love them. And in case you're wondering about the netting, it's not for birds, it's actually because of fruit fly. So I like to bag up my fruit as they're growing just to make sure that I can try and keep those fruit fly away from them. And down this end here, I've got more apples on this apple tree here, and they're ready to go as well. So summer has well and truly left me here, so I've taken the shade cloth down and folded it up until next summer. And then when it gets really hot during that period, I'll pull it over the top, up over the top here. And then what will happen is that will shade all the fruit inside and that'll stop it from getting sunburnt. So on the outside of the orchard, I've got a couple of oranges and a mandarin. And the reason I have those on the outside of the orchard is that I'm not too fussed about birds attacking those. In fact, birds won't attack them. So yeah, I've grown those on the outside of the orchard and I'll probably get a few more out here as well. In the middle there, you can see I've got a thornless blackberry. That's one of the ones I propagated. In fact, it's my original propagated blackberry. And it's just doing absolutely fantastic in this area here in the orchard. And it's already started poking through, as you can see. And that's fine. I'm just going to let it do its thing. I got quite a lot of fruit off it this season. I was absolutely wrapped. So a lot of you will be familiar with this section just here behind me where I've got my area to grow grapes and blackberries. And in the meantime, while I've just started doing that, I've put in winter squash and watermelons over summer here in Australia. Now we're 3 to 4 weeks away from winter. So obviously the butternut squash and the watermelons are really coming to an end and they're looking a bit sad, but that's fine. Can't complain about what I've had from them so far this season. And then as you can see here, I've got my blackberries that are propagated and you can see videos on how to propagate. Do check out those. Couldn't help myself. But yeah, I've got my propagated blackberries and I've got my 2 grapes here. And again, going into winter, so the grapes are starting to wind down and go dormant for that season. This is my entertaining area, which I've now turned into my little growing area. This is, I guess, what they call an alfresco. And I've turned it into my propagation growing area. And as you can see here, I've got all types of things going on. Oh, the sun's a bit harsh over that way. But yeah, anyway. Water storage there for so many plants. So what I did recently was I built this table here from scraps. And now it's given me more room again to store stuff over in this direction behind these chili plants. And yeah, I've got things like dwarf beans growing and peppermint, and it's an Australian native bush grass, rosemary, an Australian native tree that needs to go out into the ground. That's either sugar snap peas or snow peas, lettuce, new lettuce growing, and capsicums, bell peppers, as some people say. I think they're bell peppers, those ones just there. And then I've only dug this one here, and this one here, which is looking quite sad. I've actually dug them out of the ground and put them into grow bags. The reason for digging them up and putting them into grow bags is that we're about 3.5 weeks away from winter here in Australia, and I want to be able to get these guys under cover and overwinter them. There's another dwarf bean. I've got either snow peas or sugar snap peas here growing on my teepee, as you can see just there. I did a video on making that teepee for people that grow in containers last year, so there is actually a video on this channel. But yeah, look, I've got lemongrass and lots of strawberries here and over there and growing up there, and then strawberries sent out runners, little babies. So I've stuck a container over here to catch all the babies, and they're all free strawberry plants. So eventually they'll become big like this guy here. And look, I've got chilies, jalapenos, as you can see in here. These are Thai red chilies, and over the back here I've got jalapenos. Oh, there's my jalapenos. There's more jalapenos in the front. That's a jalapeno down here next to the water feature. Then I've got more red chilies at the front growing here. Now this is an experiment in, I've said this before actually, this is my experiment in growing plants close together. Now for three years, I've had these 3 containers here with 3 red chili plants growing close together, as you can see there. And they absolutely flourish. They do really well. So they've been sitting here for the last couple of years, triple grown in a container times 3. And I just get so many chilies from these guys. It's unreal. You'll probably see from the other side when I go show the other angle just how many more there are growing there. I've got a grape here that really needs to go into the ground. So as you can see, I've got red onions here that really need to go out into the ground. I've got a pineapple going here. I've got more chilies because you just can't have enough chilies. And if the sun's not going to mess with me, that's my curry tree. Love my curry tree, which is fruiting finally after about 3 years. There we go, it's fruiting. So I love my curry tree. And that there would be a black currant, which has been growing in a pot for about a year now. So I'll be looking at possibly getting that out into the ground soon. Here I've got more strawberry plants growing, which were babies that I transplanted. So yeah, free strawberries, gotta love it. In the rosemary here, I've got another free strawberry growing. So yeah, I don't know how many times I've said free strawberries, but hey, that's one good thing about strawberries is they'll just keep on growing and shooting out little babies, and you can just put those into the soil and get a new plant from them. So yeah, I just not only love eating strawberries, but I love growing them. So apparently I don't have enough chili peppers. So here we go. Here's another 3 that I've planted in this homemade bed that I made. And yeah, you can see all the little buds on those. They're starting to shoot out, which is cool because we're going into winter and I wasn't expecting them to flower like this late in autumn or fall, as other people say. These ones generally don't, but I guess being against the brick wall and catching the warmth off the wall has probably helped them. So yeah, more chilies for me. Woohoo! So I've divided this video up into 2 videos because it was just going to be too long going out there and explaining every single thing I've got going on in the yard. So I hope you don't mind that there's 2 videos, but I just felt that overall you can take your time and watch the 2 videos when you feel like it, rather than have the one big video that you have to endure that's going to go for so long. So I hope you don't mind, and yeah, enjoy both videos. If you did like this video, I'd appreciate it if you gave a thumbs up and left a comment down below and subscribed and shared and all that sort of stuff. And also check out this video on the screen right now, as I've got some other really cool content on this channel. Thanks very much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.